What's good, my fellow savages? Welcome back or to my channel. It's your boy Self-Aware Savage, and here y'all know we don't keep nothing surface level. We go into the deep intricacies of the mind so you can understand how your decision making leads to the future life that you are building for yourself. Okay, so if that sounds like a community you want to be a part of, make sure you hit the subscribe button and let's get right into it. Have you ever felt like your money just disappears every single month? Well, as somebody from a low income household, I can definitely relate. So over the next 10 minutes, we're gonna uncover the best tips and strategies to help you save more money and build a solid financial future. And at the end, I'll share my game-changing tip that could transform your saving habits forever. Let me tell y'all the story that changed my life on how I handle money today, okay? So I got my first credit card when I was like 18. I think they gave me like a $3,000 limit. Over time, I'm just swiping the card, paying it back, you know, and eventually the limit ended up getting to like 7,000. Around like 22, 23 years old. At that point, I'm now starting to travel more. I'm starting to buy myself nicer things and I'm just swiping, okay? And always making the minimum payment. Then at some point, when that card, I swiped away about 6,000 of it, I ended up opening another card. And that one had about 4,000 on it. And so now I stopped using the one card, I'm just making the minimum payments, and then I'm swiping the other card, and that became like my daily card, okay? I would say I was making the minimum payments on the other card for about a year and a half while I'm using this other one. Now, when this one got lower, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go back and use the other card. Let me tell y'all, being young and dumb, I did not understand how interest worked. So when I went back to use the other card, I noticed it had the same limit as it did a year and a half ago. So all I was doing was paying on the interest every single month, and the interest was like $175 to $200 a month. And then I realized, wait a second, I looked at the other card and I was paying interest on that card too. So then I buckled down, got 3 jobs, I didn't spend no more money, and I worked my ass off and then paid off those 2 cards. The accumulation of both of them was like 9,000, but then with interest on top of it, because you know I calculated the total was like 14K. So that means I had to pay 5K in interest to spend $9,000. And that was the day I learned that I was like, oh yeah, never again. Because let me just tell y'all, I can try to say at the time I was having a lot of fun, that 9K wasn't worth another 5 though. I'm gonna defend that to this day, you know what I'm saying? And so I am definitely someone you can trust to give you all some financial advice. And of course, I made other little slight dumb decisions since then, but I've always made sure to stay on top of my finances to keep everything in order. And so I wanna give you all some tips, and let's just get right into it. So one of the first things you're gonna have to do is create a budget, because a budget is the foundation to good financial habits. And if you feel anything like me, I remember being like, well, a budget, how can I do that? I'm not an accountant and all these other things. Listen, no, stop what you're doing right now if you have never created a budget for yourself. Here's what I want y'all to do right now. Go into Google Chrome, click the 9 dots, scroll down to Sheets, okay? After that, click Template Gallery, and then go to Monthly Budget. That is now what I want you all to use moving forward to be able to, as we go into our second one, track your spending. The reason why tracking your spending is so important, because you can't measure what you don't manage. And by keeping a daily log of your expenses, you can now figure out, okay, where can I cut back? Yeah, you might right now be like, but come on, like tracking every single penny is so much work. Well, yeah, working in your 80s, 40 hours a week is also gonna be a lot of work. So I would want you to be on a beach at 80. So let's get started with tracking those expenses today. Now that we are tracking our spending, we can move to step 3, which is cutting unnecessary expenses, all right? Now, I know this part can be hard because we all want to be entertained, but let's start with the basic things. Unused subscriptions, let's get them out the way. If you currently got Netflix, Disney Plus, Stars, Hulu, keep a couple. Okay, I'm not telling you get rid of all of them, keep a couple, but you gotta let some go, right? The coffee run in the morning, I'm not gonna knock it, but it's okay to make coffee at home, right? Eating out every single week, it's okay to make a couple meals at home and to stop that DoorDash. You get what I'm saying? So I understand how tough it is in the very beginning, but we gotta start somewhere. So let's start some chopping. Now that we are cutting unnecessary spending, we can move into step 4, which is to set saving goals, because having goals in mind will keep you motivated. So I know everyone likes to start with a vacation, but I'm gonna tell you the first saving goal you should set for yourself, and it is your 6-month no cash broke account. That's what I like to call it. And what it is 6 months of whatever your total bills are into a high interest saving account. Now that we have set our savings goal, we're gonna move into step number 5, which is to automate your savings, because if it's automated, it is effortless. You don't have to think about it. What I'm going to do with these numbers is I'm going to make it as if you are barely getting by. So right now, I'm gonna pretend 75% of your income goes to you just trying to sustain your life, and you can only keep 25%, because you know, by like society standards or the financial gurus, you 30% should cover bills and like 70% to go to you. It's not just the reality of most people, so we're gonna do this way. 5% of your monthly income automatically going into your no cash broke high interest savings account, okay? Yes, I know you didn't want to skip the vacation, so take another 5% of your total monthly income and send that into your vacation account. 10% of your money should pay you, so now you can go have fun and you can do what you want with that. And then with the other 5%, if you want to start investing, then you send that there. So now you have 15% of your money slowly accumulating over time, which is going to start building you wealth, right? And then you have the other 10% for yourself. Now, of course, you can move those numbers over even more if that other 75% isn't already taken, but I wanted to do it to the most extreme, just in case like that is your situation. Now, naturally, if right now you're like, actually, it's 80% for me, that's okay. Cut out the 5% for the vacation, right? Cut out the 5% for the investments if it's even higher. But that 6-month one, we definitely want to keep. But now you all see how what we're going for is compound interest and not just huge amounts over time. I want you to have this to where it's effortless and it doesn't even bother you that money is not showing up in your pocket right away. Number 6 is gonna be to be a smart shopper, because as you start getting your money up, you're gonna instantly always notice little opportunities to spend it. But listen, y'all, you gotta start finding those coupons, okay? I remember I never used to use coupons. I'm gonna be so honest. I would just go spend it if that's what I wanted to do, but no. I literally now get coupons from my grocery store. I take them right in there and use them, right? Before I buy something online, I'll always Google, are there any coupons for this? Like, I'm always looking to save money, right? If I notice that something's gonna be on sale in 2 weeks or a month, then I'm waiting till it goes on sale. I'm not spending the money right away. And so that's how you all have to learn to shop, because I know that you need your essentials to survive, but you also gotta learn how to do things on a budget, okay? So that's my next big thing. Always look for deals. Now, if you stuck around through the whole video, here is my life-changing tip to save your saving habits ever, okay? I am so happy if you have followed this strategy, you create this budget, you start saving your money and everything, right? But if you looking at things and you notice that what you make doesn't allow you to live the lifestyle you want to, I don't want you to dial back forever. Now we need to increase your income, okay? So that might mean that you gotta start a side hustle so you can start making more bread, because I don't want you all to be like going through your days struggling. I actually want you to live the best life you want to in the future, all right? So if you enjoyed this video, man, hit that like button, comment your thoughts. What strategies do you have about finance? Y'all always know I'm down to hear them. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay savage, and I will see you at the top.